Wait. What's good, guys? Guess what? Today, 4 March 2026. Yeah, it's already, it's now already 10 p.m. right now. 10 p.m. and a half. It was such a long day that I have a holiday at the Saturday. Today is also a Saturday. I've learned a lot about myself that I'm gonna share with you today. Okay. First of all, it's all about the foundation of self-founding, like self-development, uh, to know where I am, to know, understand myself more. Yeah. First of all, the first concept that I'm going to share with you today is extrovert and introvert. I guess all of you guys haven't always um, knowing wrong about this concept. And even if you maybe some can know, but they don't actually specifically explain it, and even there are some part which is not enough already. That turns out is all not enough. First, yeah, and this concept might very popular in the Western countries or even foreigners country, but in Vietnam, as we are, it's kind of pretty not exactly precisely explained by. Yep, we don't actually precisely explain. We just know about that by the by the conscious, by the unconsciousness. Yeah, and that's the thing I'm sharing with you today. So, what is about this topic is the foundation of knowing about ourselves, right? So we don't actually know who I don't actually know who you are, and I don't actually know who am I too. So we cannot specifically tell someone who could be something who going to be, or yeah, or what their characteristics, or what is their features. Yeah. So things like that need to something which is overall, which needs a foundation. So it can be a great foundation for the foundation. You can find out yourself more, new concept. Yep, ask for yourself. So let's dive right into our main topic, right? So I'm gonna ask you guys, what is introvert and extrovert? This is always a misconception between us in our Vietnamese too, as me, who the one uh, always finds self-development, understanding myself, but I don't yet know specifically about this concept till I uh, learn about in the Human podcast, and he taught me about that, and I was realized that was shocking, really. So to share with you today as a way to keep your attention, and also as a way as a resource for the future resources. Yeah. Human like Hill. He had a vacation to Vietnam. He asked a many young generation about what is introvert and extrovert. They told that um, what's the difference between those. They told that introvert person is the who is awkward, who is shameful when talking, and who is always find a way to be timid and don't exposure to others. Yep, that's um, not yet right. And while the extrovert person who are very sociable and very open-minded, and they are always talking to people, yeah, have very good presentation skill, something. Yeah. And guess what? You know what is the main characteristics of these answers? Obviously, they are. We all, generation, always determine whether who is introvert or extrovert depending on their skills. And as you know, that skills are things which can be um, upgraded, which can be developed, and that obviously is not right. There are so many introvert persons who are very good at presentation or very good because they train so well. Because and also there are many and many extroverts who is very good, bad at presentation too. That turns out that these skills are not available to not to everyone, but is throughout the experience and also practicing and training or something. Yeah, it turns out like that. Yeah, it is because um, the introvert, the person who got a bad who got bad at differentiation are mainly in the um, extrovert group. Yeah, as it turns out that we determine like that. This is not. There are so many extroverts who are very bad at presentation too, because that is skills, and which skills are not have to be trained or have to be real practice or something. Yeah, and being an extrovert one create opportunities to talk to others. That turns out they're gonna be very sociable or something like that. So how next wanna tell you? Uh, how do we know if we are extrovert or an introvert? Yeah, if we are an extrovert or an introvert. So I should say it's not about feeling. It's about the way we consume energy. Yeah, introverted person um, can be cause a huge amount of energy when talking in front of people rather than the extroverted one. While the introvert gonna be feel recharged when they being alone, and they gonna be being along with their deep relation person or something. Yeah, in converse, the extrovert gotta be recharged when they are surrounded with others, when they socializing with the others, and they gotta be more recharged. While if they are gonna be alone, eating alone, they gotta be very bad, and they can take it at all. Especially in the example of COVID-19 epidemic in the 2019. There's an epidemic of COVID. Yep, it turns out that the introvert can be in a home the whole month, while the extrovert cannot take that. Yeah, it's very irritated with them. That's the way. And as I said, don't get a misconception here. Skills are things can be develop. So that's why it is that if if you are introverted, you can be get um, feel like you gotta be get more get a higher energy consumption, yeah, from those activities. compared to extrovert. And also the extrovert also um, very cause a huge amount of energy because if they are being alone and they're being sad or something, irritated, irritation can be exposure if they are being alone for a long time, and that makes sense. We're going to talk about the next section is about the advantages of introvert and the disadvantages of extrovert and introvert too, both of them, either of them. Yeah. First of all, obviously the introvert can be very smart. They can clearly analyze things. They are really smart. They want to be alone, and they get smart. They can watching everything alone. Yeah, that turns out that they can be stay in a like step back slower and looking back things. They can research things and they can self study very well. Yeah, they can doing things alone don't depend on others. That's the way insight. They have a more profound around thing. They can be know more about them more. They like have a more romantic things. Like a person who are really good at poetic or something more. Yeah, they in general they have very good at insight about things. Yep, they can research and you can self study very well. Very well. While the downward of this is that they don't really want to be alone so far so long. They they can have no chance to improve the meta skill like presentation or other things like relating to extroverted. Okay, it's done. Maybe because of that. Uh, in terms of thing apps, its own things. Alright guys, there is a stranger here and we don't care about that too. I think I'm gonna be controlled, so I don't care. Keep going. Uh, to compare to the extrovert, introvert, they don't have a chance to communicate with others, so that their soft skill about presentation like that can be really weak, and that's why they have to be in, and they are skilled, so you can improve that. So if there's a way to improve the disadvantages of yours, while with the advantages you have to be develop it and contribute it to a higher level. Yeah, and that's the meaning. And next, the extrovert person is the converse of the introvert. Yeah, extroverted extroverted person is really good at socializing. They are very exposed to everyone. They always do things with others, so they are very good at networking, and they also talking to people so well. They can expand their relationship so well. They can talk with people, and they have some relationship. And it turns out that they have so many opportunities in and of course in the social who are the social which is very value the person who are very extroverted, because socializing is a way for us to connect us with opportunities too. Yeah. And while the downward of extrovert is that they because they are so always talking to people often, and don't have chance to spend with their own. They don't being alone so much of time. So it turns out that they don't have the opportunity to research. They are very bad at research and they are very bad at learning their own. They are very bad at something which is very romantic, and also they are very bad at searching information and bad at self-studying and more of that. And obviously, we can improve that too by we have to gonna be no way to research that. And as I said in the previous about the downward of that of the introvert, the introvert, they're the same, right? So there's the main um, the main meaning I share in this session is that things with is as advantages keep going, boost them more in a higher level, while the downward find a way to improve that. Yeah. If you have no characteristics of extrovert, learn to improve the skills of the extrovert because extrovert have their chance to improve that while you won't have chance. So you just create your chance too because that skill you can improve that. This is take more energy if you are an introvert when socializing with people, and extrovert gonna be uh, cause a huge amount of energy if they research alone or doing things alone. Obviously, yeah. In fact, the thing I share with you today is about extrovert and introvert. Let's be alone, but it's deserved to be a clapping, applause. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. And obviously, I'm current now. I'm flying on my own, and I'm not deciding to do things like marketing or something. I'm gonna be focusing on improving my GPA to get a scholarship. So make sure to ensure that I'm gonna be in a high flying, colorful flying score in the first year. So I may make other years become easier and make great opportunities more, like Tifu has said. And that's what I share with you. See you guys in the tomorrow's video. Peace.